right, and here is the last of the Stunticons, Stunticon Dead End. And I think he might be my favorite of the Stunticons. He comes with, of course, his foot hand piece and his weapon, which is either an exhaust pipe gun, or you can have him hold it like a club to beat you with, which I prefer to do. He comes with, again, the comic book with his card art on it. It is Robots in Disguise number 16. It is listed and signed here as Combiner Wars number 8. So there's that. But yeah, the big fight between Superion and Devastator from Robots in Disguise. So yeah, there's the comic. Now, Dead End himself, I feel, like I said, I think he is my favorite of the Stunticons that we've gotten so far. Possibly outside of Breakdown. Certainly the best Deluxe. Not Breakdown, Blackjack. I really like Blackjack too. He's a little Legends class too. But he's got a really cool vehicle mode. The colors on him are great. I love this kind of metallic maroon here on his body with kind of butterscotch gold metallic stripe here on him. Oh crap. Okay, I couldn't tell if somebody was walking around. So with the metallic stripe and everything on him. So yeah, and he's got all the details here. He's got a very well put together vehicle mode, and I think he's probably got the best transformation out of all of them as well. So here he is in vehicle mode, which, like I said, is really nice. He's got the Decepticon logo up here. And again, to transform him into a leg, very simple. You just kind of flip up his windshield, similar to Breakdown. Same with this. This piece kind of comes out and folds down and around this whole assembly here, and then you flip up the peg. And again, you can do some things here with this. His robot head's hiding in there, but you can flip this up a bit as a knee as well, if you wish, as a leg mode, like I did with Breakdown. But the official mode is to flip all this over and then plug in his foot. Very easy, just like that. He's a stumpy leg. Now for arm mode, again, you flip this out like this. And here's part of what's cool. You open up his legs like this, flip them down. I'll flip his whole leg around like that to form the, and make sure you get these little knee pads come up. And then close them up. But then in order to get the post for his hand down here, this post actually rotates down like that. And then you collapse the legs, or snap the legs back around together around that. And then you can plug the fist in here. Rotate that out to the side here so his knees form the elbows. Bring his fist up like that. And then and you can leave him just like this. You can position the arms. I like to just leave him in car mode there. They don't affect his arm mobility like some of the other ones do. But yeah, there's his arm mode. And then continue on to robot mode. You just do that. I like to flip this joint back up for robot mode. Just leave it up there on the knee, but you can leave it down if you want as well. Fold that down. This piece comes down and around like this, and that tabs in there. This comes down. You flip that all the way down, and because of the way this forms, you actually lift this up and hinge this whole thing down. So it sits a little closer up against his back than some of the other Stunticons, which is nice. Then his shoulders come up right here. And then you just get your finger down to there and rotate out his fist, which you can hear also ratchets. And there he is in robot mode. And like I said, he's got a nice robot mode. His backpack kind of compresses in, so it's not as giant a backpack as some of the other Stunticons. Give him his little beaten crowbar here. And he's got a cool head sculpt. There. So yeah, I really like him as... Like I said, I think he is my favorite Stunticon. He's a good solid mold on top of being a combiner. And like I said, I think he is the best mold of the Stunticons, barring possibly Blackjack, who is a Legends, and all of that, all the limitations of a Legends class. So we'll go ahead and transform him back to arm mode here. I got time. Put his fists in. Bring his... Yeah, my only problem with him is, unlike Breakdown, who has a little tab up there to help you flip this out, it's a little hard to get his combiner port out from the folded in position, but it's totally doable. So flip that around, plug it in. I like to leave that up a little bit, plug in his fist, and we will attach him to Menasor and finally complete him as well. There so let's come up here to his upper body. And we'll just snap him in. Now what I like to do is I'll snap these in and then fold his Minosaur's Motormaster's robot mode fist over that to kind of lock him into place, and then these panels flip up to hide the fist. So there is Minosaur all together. And I kind of dig, he's big, he's chunky, there are ways to fix that. But I dig his look. I think he looks better with the chest closed than Optimus Prime did in this same configuration. I also I will usually pull this out and down a little bit. This piece kind of comes up and comes out a little bit and fills in a little bit of that gap. It lowers the waist a little bit and makes him look a little better. So focusing on this again. Like that. You can, of course, bring the legs down a notch and make him a little taller. The arms kind of, the elbows have to, or the shoulders have to come out, but you can kind of bring the elbows in. And of course, you can take Blackjack, open him up, and he doesn't look bad in here. I do wish he stuck in better, so you can plug Blackjack in here onto his chest to give him a little car and complete Minosaur by himself there. So yeah, Minosaur is looking a lot better than a lot of the stock photography, especially with a few minor tweaks. I'm still messing with all the positions to see if there's anything I want to do differently. But all in all, he's a pretty decent looking combiner once all is said and done. I don't think he's quite as good as Superion, but, you know, them's the breaks. But I will bring Superion over just for a quick comparison between the two. Depending on how you position his legs, he can end up being a little taller than Superion. If you have his hips splayed out as far as... the instructions tell you he's about the same height as Superion here. So yeah, there is Dead End as well as the finally completed Minosaur next to Superion. Like I said, Dead End I think is a great standalone dude and probably my favorite of the Constructicons. But it is nice to finally have two complete combiners so far from the set.